Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the recently revealed Toyota bZ4X. We'll come on to the name in a moment, and we're going to do the format a little bit different today. I'm basically going to start off doing a very quick summary. For those of you who just want a quick 1 minute overview, and then you can continue watching if you want, or just end the video there and then. So just to summarize, this is Toyota's first electric car, and it is a good one. It may not be the best looking or the most striking car, as we'll see in a moment if you do remain and stick around, but the way it drives is basically what will get people interested. It's super comfortable, has lots and lots of space inside, it's well made, and finally Toyota cars are starting to come with plenty of tech. It's definitely not the cheapest electric SUV, but Toyota, with their reputation of reliability, the Toyota Lexus Group, and the prospect of a 10-year warranty. So if you service your car with Toyota, you get beyond the standard 3-year warranty. You can get up to 10 years, which is a really massive selling point. This now then becomes one of the most appealing EVs that you can buy. But if you do want to see a little bit more about this car, do please stick around. Let's go. Okay, so first let's kick things off as mentioned with the name. So Toyota is planning a family of EVs. Now they are a bit late to the game, especially considering they were the pioneers 25 years ago with the hybrids, which became super popular, especially the second model and iteration. But anyway, the name, the BZ, stands for Beyond Zero, and then the 4 indicates its size. So we are looking to expect a 1, 2, 3, and then a larger 5 as well. And then the X indicates that it's an SUV or a crossover. So there is some method behind the naming convention. So bZ4X. I personally am not too much of a fan. I think it's just too complicated. But there we go. That's what Toyota in Japan have decided. And the size of this particular car will have it competing with the Enyaq, Ioniq 5, EV6, and the Volkswagen ID4. And also coming out soon, the Nissan Ariya, and even Renault putting out a model in this particular space. So it's already a congested and competitive market. To put the size into context, it's a little bit longer than the Toyota RAV4, and also gives you more interior space. So it is quite spacious, and I think it puts in more than just a crossover. It's definitely an SUV. Let's go on to the spec. So in terms of battery and specification, there is at least at launch just one battery capacity of 71.4 kilowatt hour, but with 2 power outputs. So one is going to be front wheel drive and the other is going to be all wheel drive. So fairly simple. The front wheel drive model will give you 201 brake horsepower and a claimed range of 317 miles. And the all wheel drive version is going to be quicker, a little bit more powerful, with 215 brake horsepower and a claimed range of 286 miles. So both of these, I think, considering the size of the car, are definitely respectable. Now regarding fast charging, because that's something that's quite hot topic at the moment, you can charge at speeds of up to 150 kilowatts to get 80% charge in about 30 minutes or so. So that's pretty good. And in terms of the cargo space as well, the boot is a 412 litre boot that offers decent amount of space. So it's not the biggest. If you want that, you will go probably for the Enyaq, but it's respectable. And then at start, you're going to get 3 equipment grades. So it's the Pure, the Motion, and then the Vision. And then also at launch is going to be, as usually is the case with these cars, an extra limited Premier Edition. Prices will start at £41,950. So keeps it in line with other cars in this space for the entry model, but it does rise to a staggering 51,550 for the special Premier Edition. You're looking at Tesla Model Y pricing is starting to touch that for the top of the range. So I don't personally think we're going to be going for that one if you're in the market for a Toyota EV. So it's not the cheapest, but just like Kia and Hyundai, Toyota has given its cabin a little bit more of a premium feel to try and justify these price increases. It's a smart looking car inside and out with a hint of a real 4x4 to it. It's not just a crossover. So, you know, if size matters, then this is definitely something to consider. Coming now onto the rear, you can see it's coupe-like and also features another current trend, which is that rear roof spoiler that's split with two winglets either side. There is efficiency here apparently, and this is another model that doesn't have a rear wiper, just like the Hyundai Ioniq 5. I know that's going to upset some people. I don't know why they wouldn't put a rear wiper there. Surely can't make that much of a difference to efficiency. But apparently because of the coupe, the slope, that water should trickle down it. So I don't know. Let's see. That's up to you. Now moving on inside as well, we can see the dash layout is attractive and it's covered in sustainable rib material that brings some sort of, or sense of rather, warmth to the cabin that we can see here. Things seem comfy, spacious, even including the fake leather, we have to say, covered front seats. Now what stands out here, and Toyota finally, after years of being behind in tech, have stepped up. This is both Toyota and Lexus with a 12-inch infotainment screen. And this is really up the game in terms of usability, graphics and speed. So, you know, we're starting to come on par with other infotainment screens. And however, most importantly, especially if you're after a family EV here, the most important thing is a lot of reviewers, obviously I haven't driven this myself yet, but a lot of reviewers have claimed a really impressive ride quality. So it's been reported that even over some pretty broken roads, the bZ4X does its best to smooth things out. Now, it's not going to remove bumps completely because of the size and the weight of the car, but considering its size, and this is an SUV weighed down with heavy batteries and 20-inch wheels potentially, the ride is apparently remarkably unfussed. So if ride quality and space is important, definitely a thumbs up for the Toyota. So conclusion, should you buy or consider this car? I certainly think you should, assuming that your primary concerns are reliability and space. Toyota, of course, were the hybrid kings back when they introduced the Prius all those years ago, about 25 years ago or so. And they are a bit late to the game when it comes to an EV. But just like Apple, and I'm going to use this analogy now, just like Apple, they sometimes introduce features later than competitors, but they've mastered those features. You get something that works as opposed to a beta or alpha version that comes out as an early iteration. So sorry to Android fanboys out there. But yeah, alongside that anyway, you're going to get that 10-year, assuming you service at Toyota, you're going to get a 10-year warranty for the car and the battery, which is phenomenal. So if you are looking to keep this car long term, you are after a family EV, I would say absolutely consider this alongside the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and the Kia EV6. Definitely the Japanese and the Koreans are doing something really cool in the EV space. As always, YouTube, thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will be back with another video next week. Peace out.